It's a privilege to be nominated for this award. I think one of the items that was mentioned in the nomination was the actual Parks Way bungalow scheme that I developed. Basically, it wasn't on the initial programme that we were set to undertake in the year. There was a complaint from one of the residents about why they weren't getting PV, which was basically because their house was facing the wrong way.
They were quite cold. The bills were horrendous, really. The electricity was literally through the roof, you know.
So as a result of that, I got made aware of some funding in December. I applied for that funding.
And he got all the things done on the roof to bring the electricity down, then this cladding to make it warmer. And the general appearance of it looked tons better. And
it does save residents a lot of money on their energy bills, which is only a good thing for them in the current climate.
I've gone from using £10 a week to £10 every 2 weeks, sometimes 2.5 weeks to get out of it.
I love my job, that's fair to say. I really enjoy working for Northwoods Housing, and by making a difference to people's lives, whether it be the appearance of the properties or actual making savings on the bills, it does give me a sense of pride on a daily basis.
Yeah, I'd be happy for him to get the award. I think he's done enough to really deserve it. He's a nice bloke as well.
I've worked with elderly people now for 28 years. This lady came in from another area where she was being terrorised. And she came in, and very shy lady at first, couldn't hardly understand what she says. We can all understand now what this lady says. Just spend time chatting with her, because she's very independent. She won't let you help her in a lot of ways. It's fantastic to see how far she's come on. Some tenants, when they move in here, they've got no quality of life. I mean, there's an individual tenant that we've seen a massive difference in. He would never come out of his flat. He now goes out shopping on his own, goes to the bank. He wouldn't even move. So I'm dead proud of that tenant, but I'm proud of them all. One morning we sat in here and we heard the story about the children who wouldn't have anything on Christmas morning. One of my residents started it off, went out to Asda and bought a toy, and that escalated. Every one of them bought something. They've made £1,000 for Genesis, the breast cancer, £300 for Macmillan, and they've just done the toy appeal for the children of Greater Manchester.
Wendy's brilliant!
I'd usually be looking for environmental things, which would be anything to do with gardens or litter, graffiti, anything like that. I take a lot of pride in the estates. I have two estates, the Jolly Miller estate and the Moston Pub estate. And obviously it's always rewarding seeing how you can help people. An example of that would be the concessionary gardening scheme that Northwoods operate, and that would be for elderly people or people with disabilities on a higher rate of disability living allowance. I think I was nominated this year as I always meet deadlines. And I had quite a few tricky ASB cases that were resolved this year, 2 in particular. Also as well, I had 3 gardening junctions as well, which is quite rare. We have a great relationship in Monsell Street with the team. It's one of the best offices to work in.
Shaun's a fantastic guy. He's a really good housing officer. If ever I've got a problem, I know that the number that I always put into my phone first is Shaun's mobile.
Well, he's very friendly, really straightforward. He tells you what he thinks. He's a great guy.
So if we need him, we can get him from Monsell Street.